Max, Lightwave, Maya, okay, they kind of very complicated kind of applications there for animators and professionals, okay. But when you look back again, okay, in sculptures or zebras, they kind of a little bit kind of friendly kind of user there, okay. The user friendly there, okay. But I actually didn't explore much, okay, frankly speaking, okay, truthfully there, okay. But I kind of have the basic kind of understanding how to use these kind of applications, okay, in order to develop my understanding to create some of the form or the structures, okay, for my kind of personal kind of use there. All right. So for you guys, basically for the beginners, right, okay, if you don't have any kind of exposures yet, okay, to use these kind of applications, my kind of what we call a suggestion that we go through slowly there, okay, and we create one single kind of assignments only there, okay, for this kind of 3 weeks kind of sessions there. Because I don't know whether you guys have other kind of assignments that you have to go through, what we call it other than these subjects there, okay. But if you don't have, I'm quite suggested for you guys if you learn something from my lessons here. We know actually how to handling the concept of using the tools, and hopefully you can actually practice more from there. All right, okay. The young kind of brain like you guys, okay, the young kind of mind like you guys, okay, fresh kind of mind, okay. I believe that you can actually go more further from these applications there. All right, okay. So make sure you actually really understand about how to operate with the tool, just like using Photoshop, AI, understand the basic concept, what the tools are, what are the applications are going to be used, okay, or made, or the objective of those kind of applications that can develop your kind of understanding to develop your creative process there, okay. So those are the things that the most important thing that other than you just simply, okay, we're going to go into detail, but you're going to burn a lot of time, then you might going to get confused, okay, to develop this kind of tools, okay, later on in the future. We're not talking about only this 3 weeks time there, okay. Remember one thing, when we learn about the creative process, it's going to be a lifelong learning there. All right. A lot of students normally say or have this kind of mind, okay, not only uh, few of them, most of them, they're always thinking like what they've learned right now is only to learn about to get the marks for the assignments, and then you can close the books. If you have drive to develop more, right, okay, from what you have influenced, maybe you will be basically going to drive yourself to learn what we call and burn more extra time, okay, not during the tutorials, not during the assignment times, but you do on your own personal kind of basis that to develop yourself from there. All right, remember that, okay? Because if I were you guys, okay, if I were like you guys, okay, not like our age, like me and Mr. Ernest, okay, who have some restriction kind of time there nowadays. We have to schedule most of our time, okay, because we're handling more than one or two classes there or one or two groups there, okay. Like for me, basically, okay, I actually have responsible in two different kind of universities there, okay, campus there that I control there. I try to manage myself there, okay. But I still always try to make most of my time there, okay, most of my entire time with the students there, either in online kind of sessions, like either in using WhatsApps, right, okay, or Facebooks or IG, or even though our normal kind of what we call the interactions, okay, on but not phone and call, okay, but normally in WhatsApp, right, okay. But I actually always put my priorities with my students, okay, to make sure that if you guys actually try to message me, I will try hard enough for me to what we call that, try to focus to get connected with you guys, okay. Like Lavender, okay, I think she actually have called me before, messaged me before about the problem that she has. All right, about the application itself. So how is it, Lavender? Can you get succeed to install the ZBrush? This is the one that actually I have give the link directly. The same
Yeah,
kind of.
yes.
So how about the rest of you guys? How is it? Anyone have any issues, problem to install the applications? Either
It
two of
keeps
this
crashing
application.
if you add a lot of details.
Oh yes, because okay, one of the things that we have to understand when we work with these 3D applications, they require a lot of heavy kind of requirement for the systems. All right. Those are the basically not weakness but the challenge there. Okay, when we use these kind of applications there. So so you have to remind yourself from that. But that's why I'm not trying to engage a little bit kind of detail because they're going to have a lot of there's a lot of technical issue that I try not to give you guys some of the tension or stress, right, okay, during the lessons there, okay. So we just give a little bit kind of very what we call that casual kind of shots to develop kind of understanding there, right, okay. And then as long as you can create something a little bit more like my samples here, but a little bit more detailed, right, okay. This one there, right, okay, is more than kind of what we call achieve. There's a very huge kind of achievement there because normally when we learn new kind of things, okay, when we learn new things, okay, especially in this kind of applications, for 3D application, right, okay, they kind of have a lot of challenge there, okay, especially if you cannot actually develop this two-way kind of what we call that understanding there. For example, before we start there, okay, I'm going to draw first. Okay, the reason why I'm using what we call that traditional methods to make sure you guys understand how it works about the form, because I believe that you guys have developed this kind of learning experience with Mr. Ernest before, all right? So when we want to imagine something, when we want to draw something, right, or we want to model something, for examples here, all right, the thing that you need to understand, okay, I'm using tablet right now, okay, to draw, all right? When we start to do formations of creation of something there, okay, okay, right now, what you need to understand here, okay, I'm going to use, normally I'm going to use a pencil hard, okay, it's looking like a pencil there when I draw. Then I'm going to reduce a little bit, okay, the grayscale there. So when you look at this form there, okay, the basic structures there, you have learned from Mr. Ernest, right, all these kind of three-dimensional kind of form and shapes that actually right develop from the structures there, right? So when you work with 3D, the same thing, right? Okay, you need to work with not only flat surface but 360 degrees there, okay, kind of form there, okay. This is basically what you have. You need to develop basically your mind there, okay. You have to twist it basically your kind of what we call that understanding that we're not actually working with a flat surface there. So when you talk about faces there, when you draw faces like a human face there, we always start with the circles, right? Okay, why basically the circles there, right? Okay, because it's start with the middle, in the half of the head there, right? Okay, this is something that actually right the basic understanding there. Then we are going to mold them into two different kind of shapes there. But in our case, we're not are going to use two different shapes there, but we're going to construct them back. We are going to mold them. We're going to form them back using the tools in 3D there, okay? Let's just say this is a front view. This is a side profiles there, okay? So from circles there, okay, we kind of stretch just like we using clay, okay? If you guys have playing with the clays before, or what we call that, you're using basically the what we call that plasticine, for example, right? Okay,
Right.
this is the methods that we actually going to use there. The same thing, but the difference is we're using digital format. Okay, we're using mouse to work with it. Okay, and we use some of the tools like morph tools there, grab tools there for sculptors, okay, to work with this kind of formations there. And when it comes to draw, basically, we want to form basically the nose there, basically, okay. So we're going to use the grab tools, okay, to what we call that, to grab basically the form, the shape, the polygon that we have here, and stress a little bit inside there, okay, and make it the size of the point size a bit more smaller, depending on the side. The more bigger, the more you can stretch out the whole structure. Okay, the more smaller, okay, you're going to focus more on the details. Okay, on some of the details. The same goes to the lips, right? And then basically we are going to construct back again, okay, the chin, the cheeks, and then we draw basically the eye structures over there, right? Okay, and also the ears formations there. All this kind of basic understanding, fundamental understanding. When you develop your kind of modeling techniques, they will come over to this kind of methods there. We are going to go through with the basic ideas when you want to draw a face structures in traditional methods there. So all the techniques, all the understanding that you guys learn basically from Mr. Ernest kind of sessions, okay, try to bring back again all those kind of understanding, apply them back, but in a different kind of way. For some of the students who might say, I cannot actually connect it between that kind of form. It's quite hard for me to understand. My kind of advice, try to take a deep breath first, close your eyes, remember back again what basically you have as experience from that kind of lessons there, and try to look into the connections there, the connection between both of the disciplines there, okay? The only matters of how actually you're going to accept and adapt it when you actually experience the learning, the learning process, when you actually create those activities, or maybe you're going to have to read a little bit, right, okay, on the notes maybe you have, or you go through with some sketches at the same time, right, okay? So those are the things basically will help you guys to understand, right, okay? When I saw one of the students basically, okay, who draw the cats basically, for example, like this, okay, think about the understanding of the structures itself, that okay, they can make your uh, understanding when you work with it, okay, at the same time, okay? So always work with the basic structures here, okay? Those are the most important thing when you want to start with something there, right, okay? So a lot of people normally when they go to a traditional method, okay, they want to draw what we call that any kind of subject matter or object, okay? They start to draw like this one there, right? Okay, like this one there. This is not the right way, guys, okay, to start with your learning experience or your skills there. This is not the right way. All right. This is basically the right way. How to control the pressures when you draw. And all this kind of lessons, all this kind of knowledge, when you actually develop your, you try to cooperate your imaginations and the design that you want to construct based on the basic form, they will give you advantage to imagine more better later on. All right. I saw some of my friend, even I'm also that, okay, when I actually work with some of these kind of applications, I try to challenge myself, whatever that I have in mind, normally, even though the process is not right, normally we're going to use the, what we call that, the the drawing first, the design first, then we apply into 3D there. But for our case, basically, we have to develop this kind of two different kind of motor kind of mind kind of system there, okay? So that means you have to develop these two different kind of way. You know that you can sketch or you have the ideas in your mind already. If you don't want to sketch, you can challenge your kind of imaginations to apply into your form of creations there. All right. So just playing around with it, okay? Don't take too serious on that, but take a look closely how we actually manage to use the tool there itself there, okay? So any questions so far right here before we're going to start then? No? Right. So I'm going to check my recording sessions here. Very basic. Looks like I'm recording here there, right? See? So you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait up. Because I'm actually right like
Um,
my screen actually appear your face there again is right.
yes, that's why. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Faisal, I need to take the attendance from the camps. 1 minute.
You can there, right? You can? Okay.
Yes, I need to have the
Take
sharing
attendance,
screen.
right? Okay. Can you see the screen there? Can you see the screen there?
Okay, just give me 1 minute, huh?
Okay, good. Okay, guys. Do you have done any kind of experiment with the applications last week
Okay.
or earlier this
I
week,
did.
guys?
Yes, I did too.
Can you share some of the screen there for you for us, right?
Faisal,
Yes.
how do I share the screen? Share content.
How share your content?
Yes.
You can go to
Can you
what we
see it
call
now?
that. Yeah, you can see. I can see there.
Okay.
Okay.
Students, please, can you key in the attendance?
Oh, this is the attendance, right? From
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
others, where can I see this kind of attendance?
You need to go to the Google Chrome,
Google Chrome.
and then
Okay.
Google Chrome. And my computer is installed. So once
Okay.
you open once I open Google Chrome, all these tabs will appear: Tailor Connect, linking, turning
Okay.
in, and then Camps is the one.
Okay.
So when you click Camps, it will appear. I will show you again. One minute.
Okay, it's okay. You just take attendance that first.
Okay.
I just want to
Okay,
capture
done.
the screen over here.
There is only Marian and Irfan. They are not in class. Okay, so I'm closing. Now let's say.
So I'm in class.
Sorry, who are
I'm
you?
just taking it.
Irfan? Wait,
Yeah, I'm in
because.
class.
Okay, wait, because I just closed the. Okay. This is the attendance in this one.
Okay. These are the attendance, right? So basically, their name going to be appear in this cam, is it? Or you have to change the name there?
Did the code change?
No, it's okay, because if someone is late, they will just key in with the new code.
Oh, okay, I see.
We're still within the time frame.
Okay.
It's okay. No need to key in again. Okay, let me see. Irfan, you need to key in your attendance. Okay, done. Thank you. Okay. Basically, this is how it works, Faisal. Let's say if I open my Google Chrome. I'm sharing now. Can you see my tabs?
No, I can't, right? I think you close just now, right?
Okay, just give me 1 minute. Sharing. Okay, this one. Can you see it now?
I can't, right?
Okay, just share. Just now it was okay.
Yeah, just now, okay, right?
Yes.
It's okay. Maybe later on, maybe we can actually continue. Okay, for before actually we dismiss, right? You can share later on back again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Anis. There.
Okay. So now you can proceed, huh?
All right. Let me share my screen here. All right, guys. You just see my screen there, right? Please respond there, okay, if you can see the screen. Right, you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, anyone who actually use ZBrush there, right? Okay? Other than Scupture. Anyone there, right? Please respond there, right? If you have mic, or if your microphone there, okay, you can actually respond first. No one there.
No,
except
I don't
there,
think
right?
so.
Right. So most of you guys all of you guys using Scupture, right? Is it?
It's the first time, yes, using Sculptress.
Claire, how is it? Scupture is
It's
okay.
the first time.
Oh. I'm using ZBrush.
ZBrush there, okay. Claire's using ZBrush. So who actually the one actually say that have done any kind of experiment with the
Me.
application? Who?
Me.
Xiao Hui there, right? Yeah, Xiao Hui there, okay. Right. How is it?
Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah. Can you share some of the samples there?
Yeah.
If you have to share the sample, you can share in our WhatsApp, right? Okay. Group there. Just print the screen there, right? To work with it. Okay, the rest of you guys, do you have any experience using this application?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, your screen. Right. This is the one that you create, all right?
Yeah.
Right, good, all right. Okay. Have you used this kind of tools before?
No, it's first time actually.
First time, okay. You're working with the what we call that the tutorials that they have there, right?
I just watched someone's time lapse and then I just created my own.
Good, here, okay. Okay, this is one of the good samples there, guys. Okay, to work with it. Okay, the rest of you guys, have you guys done any experience from here? No. All right. I think Xiao, who actually have advanced a little bit from us, right? Okay, that means she can actually right continue to do the works there. So and hopefully she can complete all the works later on for our last out for our week 13 there, okay, for doing this kind of things, okay. So good job there, okay. Shall we?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome there, right? Okay. All right, guys. Okay, now let me share back again. All right. So guys, okay, for those who actually doesn't have any experience first, okay, by using the sculptures, okay. So the first of all that you can do, when you open up, okay, the sculptures, okay, they're going to give you guys this simple kind of what we call that sphere there, okay, that which basically you can see this is the guideline of the center point for those what we call that this kind of object, okay. So the form itself, okay, this they're going to give this one as okay for you guys to work on that first, okay. And of course, okay, by using mouse or using basically a tablet there, okay, if you move the cursor right here outside, okay, you can actually rotate the object itself there. All right, you can rotate them. All right, you can test at the same time, okay. When if you have the tools, if you have open up your sculpture okay, just playing around with the tools there first there. All right, because I'm using this kind of methods, okay, of learning experience because not all of us have the talents to have more kind of times to develop all these kind of methods like how we should, okay, by using only time to that, okay. So I have to go into more slower kind of mode there, okay. And if you said, okay, you want to be a bit more, okay, just let me know there, okay. So right now from here, right, you can see, okay, you can actually rotate also from top to bottoms, and you can move around also if you want to there, okay. Those are the things we can do from here, right? And of course, right, okay, if you're using, I think myself, okay, if I'm using my kind of buttons on those, what we call that, my tablet pen, okay, they kind of can be used to rotate only there, right? Okay, rotate only there. But if I use scrolling there, okay, in my mouse, I can actually zoom in and zoom out, right? Scrolling, okay, zoom in, zoom out, okay. If I click the buttons there, they're going to be the right click button, the left click button, sorry, all right, okay. I can actually move around there, okay. Rotate the right clicks doesn't work there, right? So the next thing is right now, okay, you see all these kind of, this is the tools that we can use basically to work with our form directly, to construct our form directly. So what we can do first, okay, to develop kind of understand, okay, this is wireframes. Wireframe, okay, some of the, if you look at some of the things, some of the form, okay, if you take a look at the wireframe, okay, it's kind of very balance, okay, between the size of the frame, okay. If you actually take a look later on, okay, if we are going to add a bit kind of details, the whole kind of wireframe are become a bit more smaller, okay. That means basically they focus more on that kind of form to make it more smoother, okay. And the more smoother of your form, they require sometimes a very heavy kind of requirement for your machines to operate, okay, the system there. So sometimes you get crash, okay, on the applications there. But for me, at the moment when I use them, okay, I haven't get any kind of that kind of situations yet. But a few years back when I use my old laptops, yes, okay, they have this kind of problems there normally. So we can close them, okay, if you don't want to use that kind of wireframe to see how many kind of what we call that detailing that we have from there. Because when it comes to game design, game character design and also what we call that concept illustrations kind of 3D modeling. There are going to be two different kind of modeling techniques there. Normally for games, back in the day, they use a low polygon kind of concept, okay? That means you cannot see a lot of detail, but they're mapping some of the elements, okay, to make it more detail for the characters there, okay? So they are using a very basic kind of polygon there. But normally for the high-end kind of animations, okay, for cinematic kind of scene, they use a very high polygon kind of modeling techniques that works. All right, now, okay, we go into, okay, maybe we're going to experiment one by one. Okay, I'm going to use grab kind of tools there first. All right, the grab tools there. Okay, if you want to modeling, okay, if you want to models basically any kind of subject matters that you think that you want to draw, for us basically a faces there, okay, you need to basically to understand the basic structures of faces there. Basically, this is basically the head, right? Okay, if you want to construct the faces basically, we can actually start either from the head, the forehead, or maybe at the chin itself there, okay. And you can see the strengths of those pressures that you can actually put, all right, in those kind of tools that when you actually want to model them, okay, it will actually can be changed from here directly. And also this is basically the size of the area that you want to stretch directly to model them back, okay. So you can playing around with it. If you make mistakes, Control Z or Command Z directly. If you say, oh, say, okay, I make mistakes from there, okay, you just Control Z or Command Z there, okay. So right now, if I want to model basically the face, okay, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch this area there first. It's basically a chin there, right? So what I can do, this is basically a symmetrical kind of what we call that mirror kind of what we call that mode there. This one symmetrical, okay, if you close this one, basically they're going to operate in different side there. This is good if you want to create like a scar face kind of things there, okay. Wait up, let me check. It's actually in the room. Right there. Okay, so from here you can see, okay, when you work in 3D or applications, right, our working kind of environments are going to be in 360 degrees. That's what I told you just now, okay. So that means every time you make some changes, right, sometimes people always thought that, okay, they always work with the one single side like this one, okay, and then they actually start to carry it away. They just kind of work in the same side, and they actually want to work with the ears, for example, right. They start to work with this kind of size only, but without changing the view directly to see what are the things that they have been changed from every single angle or positions here. So as for what I've done right now, if I'm seeing them make mistakes here directly, I can reduce that back again, and then I'm going to start to work with the shapes of the ear here there, right? See? And of course, logically, not basically, standard kind of alignment when you want to draw between the ears and also the nose and the eyes itself, okay? The position of the alignments has to be right there, right? Especially if you want to create a normal kind of standard positions of human face. All right, check back again, drawing faces 101 there, right, okay? So remember that, okay, when you actually start to work with it, don't actually just imagine them without having enough kind of understanding from here. Okay, you guys can get it right. So if I want to create a different kind of constructions over here, okay, on the forehead and the right, okay, for the faces, then I'm going to extend a little bit on the top kind of profiles there, right, okay, first. All right, slowly there, okay, and the size of those areas that you want to mold directly, model directly, depending directly, because you want to entirely create the whole kind of what we call that areas over here, right? So that means you have to construct a bit there. So the brain basically inside there, right? So the back of the head, the density are going to be a bit more lower, and also what we call that, not quite symmetry directly, a bit like that, okay? More curved kind of line over there. This is basically a standard kind of understanding there before we're going to add a bit kind of details there, right? Okay. So how about the neck step, okay? The areas of the neck is quite small there, okay? That means I'm going to reduce the size. I'm using basically the close kind of cap, for example, okay? And then I'm going to extend the side over here. Slowly mold them there, okay? All right. Yeah. And check back again whether you're doing okay or not there, right? Okay? With this kind of side there. Okay, if you actually not quite familiar with different kind of tools there, okay? One of the best way, use the grab tool to what we call that basically to form basically your kind of way to understanding to learn about the tools there first. Just like playing with the clay there, okay? So those are the things that we actually can playing around first to develop those kind of understanding there, right? Okay? So for those who actually have kind of what we call that, some people say, okay, oh, I cannot imagine how it works there, okay? So go back into your basic understanding how to draw faces there first, right? Okay? Capture the all the obvious, the main kind of point, okay, to develop the human kind of faces here. It's like when you learn drawing, okay, even though you can learn basically what we call that a basic form of structures there first, okay. It might be boring, okay, for some people, okay, but basically those are the core fundamental to understand about the form, light, and shadow at the same time, okay. But nowadays, I believe that student nowadays, okay, the new generations, they can, okay, when you actually move into a bit kind of rotate kind of into this to the left or to the right side, okay, you kind of can extend a bit more on the head directly from there. Top, you can actually change a bit kind of those forehead, okay, become a bit more kind of like oval kind of shapes there. All right. So those are the things that we can actually playing around with the tools there, right? So if you take a look at that this side, okay, it's kind of like cone head kind of shapes there, okay. What I can do, I can repair them back. I can adjust them. I can actually, right, work back again to my kind of formations that I want for my models over here. If you take a look closely to this side, it be kind of weird, right? Look like but in the Alice in Wonderland there, right? Kind of what we call that head there. So what I can do, I can actually adjust them back. That's why we have to work with it with all angles, okay, when it comes to develop our understanding to use the tool here. Okay? Everyone good at it? Don't ask Hushan, okay? Hushan, is it? She actually more advanced than us right now. Right? Xiao Hui, sorry, that's Xiao Hui there, okay. So how is it there, guys? You guys can follow there, right? Okay, when it comes to ZBrush there, okay, they have the same kind of methods that works, okay? See? Even though you can use also like the standard clay, inflate, move tool, for example here, they call move tool there, okay? They actually can extend a little bit more on the Control Z, basically the same kind of what we call that. But the difference is, all right, if you take a look at ZBrush here, okay, they have this kind of what we call the indications of those form basically. If you actually move to the side, they show basically, right, you actually start to work with the side profile there, for example, here, right, you see. Side profile is 3/4 view, front view, all right. So to let you know that this is a tree called the back view and this is back view there, okay? A kind of different kind of indications there, but it's almost the same there, okay? You see there, okay? But when you move don't have grab tools, but they have move tools there, okay? It kind of different a little bit like here. So what I can do, I can actually move back again, okay, to the front view here, right? To give back again the basic structure form that I want from that kind of particular kind of shapes here, right? Yeah, right? Zebra. This only is a bit different, but what I read about the comment before but what Mr. Khanna actually suggests is to use ZBrush there, okay, for the class, but because the management actually have suggest to me first, okay, to use Sculptris, but I'm okay with it, okay, because I love the challenge of learning back again at the same time and develop my kind of understanding from here, because this is only a basic kind of classes there, right? So that means I can actually give myself kind of time also to develop kind of understanding from both kind of tools there, right? Okay? At the same time, they can benefit also the student itself want to learn about it. So now, guys, okay, it's just like using clay there, okay? This is the good thing, right? This is the best thing that we can actually experience, okay, from these applications here. Okay, closely, I can scale a little bit, right? The size, right? And then change there. The same kind of formations there, guys, the same kind of formations there. The same kind of methods of working, okay? This method of different names, different tools only, okay? Once you get it right, how it works, I can trust, okay, trust me, okay, you will have more kind of advantages in the futures there, right? And of course, okay, to learn about 3D sculpting, especially using these applications there, okay, basically you don't need a good understanding of drawing there, okay. People who cannot draw also can develop a very good kind of characters modeling there, okay, as long as you have developed the understanding, right, how to use the tools, and you learn also how to develop your understanding that to create and manipulate the form at the same time there, right? Okay, manipulate the form at the same time there. So it's kind of it's the best time for the new generation. Even I'm also right, okay, with Mr. Ernest, okay, to explore a bit more from here, because both of us have the kind of very good kind of understanding in traditional methods there, okay. So if we cannot actually compete ourselves in the futures, okay, to develop kind of a more extended kind of understanding there, okay, to work with this kind of tools, right? What I can do right now, I will basically, okay, using the same kind of methods to construct the form of the faces over here. All right. So with ZBrush, also the same thing, right? Okay? Move tool basically gives us a lot of advantage there to work with the tools itself. So if I want to create basically the side of the nose, all right, I can use this kind of methods that you work there, right? Right? Maybe I'm going to create a cartoon version of it. Okay, one of the things that if you say, okay, for example, you can't imagine, okay, and you don't know what to do, okay. So if you follow basically what my kind of methods are working right now, right, I kind of basically experiment slowly how to construct the faces based on the logic there is, all right, compared to the things that the one that actually your friend have done there, okay. How long does it take for you to develop that kind of models there?
5 hours.
5 hours there, right? See, 5 hours there. But it's very good kind of results there, right? Okay, very good kind of result. Okay, can you
Because
draw
I'm
basically?
used to drawing faces.
Ah, good. Okay, so the what we call that the skills that she has, right? The knowledge that she has help her to develop a bit kind of understanding, okay, to develop the tool from there, right? Okay, those are basically one of the advantages, guys. Okay, that's why what we call that traditional kind of methods of understanding to develop the skill from there is kind of important there, right? Okay, that's why most of the art student basically they have been experienced to draw traditional kind of way of working first before you're going to explore yourself to work with digital kind of tools there. But I always felt that when you learn digital tools, they kind of give the same kind of sorry, okay, hash polish basically, right? Just to polish this the what we call the polygon itself directly first, directly. Those other things there. The strength intensities you can actually change from here, right? Just rub it out. I can keep playing around with it there. Okay, to polish basically your polygon, okay, to make it more smooth with it, right? Okay, this basically how actually the move tool is going to be work, okay, when you use ZBrush, okay. The rest of you guys have tried it, right? During the sessions. Okay, guys. Okay, one more thing. I don't know whether they have auto kind of save, but when you work with your kind of stuff, right, okay, don't forget to save your files there over here. All right. Design exploration is there. Okay. Don't forget to save your file there, guys. Don't just get caught in the moments. All right. Save the files. Control S. Right. This is from all right. ZBrush. Okay, hit number 2 there, right? Okay. For example, there, right? Okay. So don't forget to save your files there all the time there, okay? So Control S basically a standard, or Command S is a standard there for to work with that kind of save those kind of files there. Okay. So the rest of the what we call that our lessons, we are going to construct our faces there. What kind of faces that you're going to draw, or if you think that you want to redraw back again, construct back again. Okay, later on after the classes, you can say, oh, the thing that I work right now is doesn't kind of very nice there. Okay, what you can do, we can actually change that. Okay, you guys can always change that. Okay, don't worry about it. So what I'm going to do right now, to drawing the lips, to work with the lips there, right? I kind of move to the side and change the size a little bit to make it more details there. Okay, there. If I want to make it a bit more, all right, change the formations of the lips, we can change from here there, right? To merge there, make mistakes, Control Z, right? And then change a bit. All right, normally when we draw lips there, okay, standard kind of what we call that alignment there. Normally the lower lips, the upper lip, the alignments are going to be okay, a little bit kind of diagonal like this one there, right? Okay, so it's rarely we can see the human kind of lips are going to be a bit more, the lower lips will be more longer than the pointed than the upper lips, okay, depending, right, on the basics, the structures of the individual kind of faces there, right? But depending, okay, if you think that you want to construct in your own kind of way, just playing around with it, go ahead, okay, because for me, the more that you can experiment basically your kind of process of learning right here, but slowly capture those kind of understanding at the same time, right? Okay, the more better the right. Otherwise, if you don't make mistakes, if you don't make mistakes, you won't be able to understand how it operates, okay, how it works there, right? So this one basically the cheekbone. I'm going to make a little bit kind of right here, and I'm going to size back again. See there, right? Okay, that can actually give more room for me to develop the forehead there, and I made it the structures of the eyes there, right? Okay, from there. Okay. And the ears, you can check back again there, right? Okay. So if you basically develop that kind of, if you actually understand how the human face kind of structures are going to be there, okay. Let me save the files there first. So we go back into this one there. Normally there, okay. Brush tools. When you draw human face from the side profiles there, right? This is the center point there, okay, from the eyes there. The eyes are going to be look like this one there, okay, from side profile. These are going to be the eyebrows. These are going to be the forehead there, right? And these are going to be the nose there, structures there. And the lips, okay, this is the alignment that I actually talking about to you guys. And these are going to be the chin there, right? Okay. The ears formations normally alignments are going to be between the either eyebrow or nose itself directly. This is the shapes of it, the basic structures of it. Okay, remember that. All right. The eyes also, right? Normally, okay, the eyeballs are going to be more like this diagonal kind of what we call the arrangements on the alignment there, right? They're not going to be straightforward like this. All right. They're going to be a bit kind of right here, there, right? Okay. So this is basically the nose, the from side profiles there. So this is a standard basic kind of formation or structures there. And depending also on the some of the faces there, okay, personality of people, they're going to be different. So, all right. So remember that, okay, this is basically a very fundamental knowledge there, okay. It's important for you when you want to model any kind of characters or creatures there, okay. Even though cartoon characters also the same there, okay. Let's just say you have the exaggerated kind of characters, okay, like this one. Okay. Basic, very simplified kind of shapes, right? Big eyes there, for example, there. A very short kind of forehead. Okay. They're going to be the same kind of alignment. Maybe we can actually adjust a little bit there, okay, according to the design itself there, okay. So the whole basic structure is really important there. Then it helps you to gain more understanding from there to develop your kind of works in the future. There, right? Okay, guys. How is it? Your results? Can I see your screen? What you guys have done there? Anyone okay want to share the screen? Ayan? Don't be shy, okay? Make mistakes is okay, okay? If you can do more better than mine is more grateful, right? Irfan? Anyone want to share the screen there? What you have done? Because if we work with face to face, okay, then we can see how far you can go from there. But online, normally we can see the end result sometime, okay? But I want to see the working file at the same time, there, right? Okay, when it comes to do the works there. Anyone would share the screen there?
Can I share screen?
Yeah. Who is it? Akshay there. Okay, good. Okay. Share the screen, how it works there. What you guys have done there, so we can see some interaction from this.
I tried this last week.
Okay.
Actually, I tried to do hair, but every time
All right.
it lags. The software lags every time.
Who is this? This is your face, is it?
It's
Self-portrait? No. No self-portrait there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Try to
tried
get loose a bit on the hair structures there. Firstly. What happened to the neck there? Right? Okay, see the neck.
I didn't do it.
Oh, so okay, okay. Because the mesh basically, okay, we call it mesh. Okay, become the kind of what we call that. A kind of out of control from there. I think you can actually smooth a little bit there, okay, from here. Okay, make it smooth a little bit there. All right. Using the what we call that. You can try to use this smooth tool there, okay, to see okay whether you can actually right, you can rearrange them back those kind of tools there, those kind of hair right, okay, back again. All right.
Okay.
Who else there? Want to share the screen? Who is this? The Thailand boy there, okay? Boy or girl there, okay? Partner, right? I see.
Palm.
There, right? Palm. How is it, Palm, okay? From Thailand there. How is it going over there?
Hello, sir.
You're Palm there, right?
Sir,
how is it?
I haven't tried the face. I mean, yeah, the face.
You haven't tried yet, right? But do you install the application?
Yep, I use ZBrush instead.
Okay, good there, okay. Anyone, Lavender? How is it?
Oh, I'm redoing.
Ayan?
I haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah. Can we see any result from there? It's okay there, right, guys, okay? Okay. It's look ugly or look kind of weird, okay? Become an alien or whatever that you had, okay? It's okay there, okay? For example, okay, if I want to give a little bit kind of shot from here, okay? I want to create a little bit kind of what we call that, okay? From here. I want to create different kind of looks here, okay? Look like women from the kind of different kind of space there, okay? It's okay there, okay? It doesn't have to be okay. The best thing about our assignments here, right, okay? It doesn't have to be sometimes a proper kind of human face that if you want to draw or you want to model basically, let's just say you want to draw monsters, okay? Go ahead there, okay? Work on it, right? Like I said, okay, like inflate tools, basically you can add some of the details over here, right? To give a bit kind of what we call that the structures of the nose itself, right? And then if I want to zoom in a little bit, hit to run, all right, and move a bit lower there, right? I can use also right cheese tool, right, okay, to create some sort of nose hole there, right? Okay? It can be, right? Or you can use some move tools here, right, to extend a little bit there, right?
Sir, I
Yeah.
think you're not sharing your screen.
Oh yeah, sorry there, right? Thank you. Okay, thank you, shall we?
Yeah, no problem.
Right. So good response there again. Those are the things there again. So I can actually use back again basically, right? Okay. The just now what I use this now. I'm using inflate tools to form basically right these areas, okay, to make it another side of those nodes over there, right? And of course, okay, if you want to playing around, okay, with right, Playton basically, okay, we can actually extend a bit kind of the extensions there, okay, other than those move tool, basically the grab tools, basically to mold a bit, right, kind of what we call that, to make a hole, okay, for this, for the eye formations. Yeah, it can be also there, right? So from this stage, basically, okay, normally when I actually experiment with the tools, I kind of doesn't have kind of serious kind of what we call that uh, form that I want to create from here. Okay, at this point, basically just now, if I want to close them back, I can, right? If I want to make the characters a bit more like a female kind of aliens there, right? Okay, so I can actually create this kind of methods there, okay, for this kind of way of characters later on there, okay, to work with it there, right? Okay, so try to develop that kind of understanding there first using the tools here, guys, okay? So everyone have their own kind of strength basically to learn to develop kind of understanding there, okay? So work it slowly. Remember, okay, we're not using the clay. Whatever that we do, we make mistakes, we can redo back again. All right, okay. Spend more times basically, right, to develop the kind of understanding that you want, okay, to develop your kind of what we call it models here. All right. So I can actually move around here, make it more smaller. I can change a bit there, right? There, right. If I want to, there, right. Okay. Depending there, okay, on how it works. Move tool basically a very strong kind of tool there to form basically your kind of models there, okay, in your based on your imaginations there to work there, right? Okay, so those are the things that we can actually write creating, okay, using the model itself there, right? Okay, slowly move on there, okay, and of course every single kind of experiments there, each time basically when you experiment with the tools, or let's just say you complete your task there, right? Okay, one of the most important thing that help us to evaluate your kind of achievements, right? If you can actually work with it one single kind of models, and then you actually can, sorry, add some of the detail from there, it's good there, right? Okay. But if you think that you want to do more based on the facial kind of what we call that modeling technique, okay, you have draw female, for example, and then you have to draw each one. You want to try to draw or model basically some monsters, okay? You can actually submit at the same time, okay? The minimum kind of requirement to submit only one there, okay? But if you think I want to give it a try there, okay, because they will edit those marks from there. We always going to edit those marks from your kind of commitment there, okay? You can actually do more than one models there to submit there, okay? Those are the things that basically will help you to increase more marks, okay, for your submissions there, okay? Because normally when you draw or you model one, it's not that kind of perfect, okay, at the first times. Don't delete them. Please don't delete your progress there, guys. Put it as a part of your process of working that can be summed together to be evaluated, okay? So don't delete your works there, okay? Because all the proof that you actually have effort, they put efforts on that, okay? Even though it's not as nice as someone kind of works, it's a part of the process that you learn something from there. Okay? Sorry there, guys. I have to take some of the light kind of what we call that meals there because I haven't taken the lunch yet. Okay? So remember, guys, okay? Experiment, explore the tools there, okay? And what we call that for those who actually have maybe a slower kind of learning kind of process of learning directly. The notes that I actually share with you guys is from the one of the 3D kind of what we call that a domain. Okay, it's basically have the very basic kind of notes there. Just to give some ideas like how it actually going to start first. But I believe you guys can do more better than that. All right. But this is only basic kind of tools that basically you guys can use. This is basically they're using most of it is not move tools there. They're using what we call that a draw tools that to work with it direct. Okay, draw tools that to work with it direct. But very, very basic is kind of what we call learning experience to learn to develop from that directly. I'm not actually restrict. Everyone has to draw on the human face. You want to draw cartoon face directly. Based on your creativities, go ahead directly. As long from the process of learning, you gain something. You gain that kind of knowledge that is, all right? You gain those knowledge from there, okay? From there, you can actually learn more and more so on from there directly. So those are basically basic knowledge that you can start with, okay? And then you can explore a little bit more and more from there. And remember, our assignments only drawing faces that can work with the faces there, okay? So try to develop as much as you can directly using the tool itself, okay, when it comes to develop this kind of understanding there, right? And of course, okay, every one of us normally, when we actually try to explore what we call that the new tools, okay, we have the very high expectations on ourselves directly. But for me directly, learn one step at a time, but showing the progress is more better directly when it comes to do the works directly. Showing the progress, okay, like draw tool, for example, here, you want to draw those basically the eyebrow, all right? And then I believe you can use also grad tool to extend a little bit there, right? Right? And also you can use cheese tool, right? Sorry, directly the flake tools to extend a little bit there, right? See the difference there from there. Okay. Normally I can draw to also you can actually do some patterns there maybe if you want to directly some scars directly or some of the details from here directly what we call that the the below basically the eye back directly you can actually work on that also at the same time there. Okay. So how is it going there, guys? How is it going there? So the ears kind of shapes or create the same directly, basic standard kind of shapes of ears, and then you can actually exaggerate them directly. Make a pointed kind of ears, just like an old kind of what we call that Cleopatra there, right? Maybe. So this kind of what we call that experience that you guys can gain from the tool itself, right? Okay. Basically structures there for the cheekbone, right? It will help to develop your kind of senses of understanding directly from the process of this kind of methods of techniques there. Okay, what I can do right now, try to extend a little bit here. So work it slowly there, okay? As you actually develop the kind of understanding there, okay? When you're modeling the characters itself, okay? We're talking about this head modeling is basically a character. Say I'm actually develop basically this kind of what we call that kind of process is creating back again the characters there. We're talking about the characters there, okay? So from your kind of what we call that size again, check back again. It's the size there, right of the areas that you want to, and then check back again there, right? So if you actually play with some imagination, okay, go with the flow at the same of the different kind of solutions along the way there, okay, when it comes to develop your kind of understanding there. So right now, change a bit, make it more details over here, right? And you can see the whole muscle of those structures will be formed together here, there, right? Okay. In a short time, okay. If you can get the basic form from here, it's quite kind of achievement there, okay, when it comes to the works. Okay, when I saw like some of your friends work just now, right, like Harsh there, okay, Xiao Hui, okay. So it's kind of achievement for the new kind of generations here, okay, when it comes to explore the new kind of tools that we can have from here there, okay, to develop kind of understanding there. All right. Those are very good kind of achievement that you can see from there to works. Right. What are the pinch tool is all about? Okay, you can see here. Right. You can actually develop kind of what we call some parts if you want to. You want to add also some of the details from here. It might going to be used also. Right. So try to see that, okay. You can actually pinch a little bit to make it more smoother there, right? And then you can use draw tools back again. There we go, right? Okay, pinch, adding tools. Right. Move tool back again. If you want to add a bit kind of what we call that. If you basically, okay, if you actually move around like this, there, you see, you just play with it kind of clear there, right? You can get a different kind of effects there. Play with it right to see there, right? Okay, but not too much. Okay. I think one of the main kind of issue that you have just now, okay, like Harsh, okay, when she tried to draw basically the hair just now there, right? Like this one is it, and then you move with this, the what we call that the formation of those clear there, okay, they become kind of harsh there over here there, okay. So those basically is not the right way to do there, okay. What you can do normally, they actually want to add those hair, either they're actually going to combine with two different kind of models there, okay, two different kind of shapes there at the same time there, okay. But that kind of thing, right, okay, quite advanced that I'm not going to be focused on that, okay. But what I'm focused right now is how actually you're going to create some of the characters first without using any kind of what we call that two different kind of formulas, okay. Try to develop kind of understanding, right, okay, using the one single kind of form first to make sure you can add enough kind of detail on those basic structures there, right, okay, to see the whole kind of formations become a bit more kind of what we call that, almost kind of what we call that better, okay, before you're going to work in different kind of tools later on there, right? Okay. And I can actually smooth a little bit there because I made some of the mistakes over here just now there, right? Just there, right? When I draw, I kind of making another eyeball, so I can actually work right here. I want to. And I can actually extend if I wanted that right here from there. All right, extend that right. This is one of the ways you can actually apply here. Okay. So try to explore, right, okay, as much as you can there first. Let it flow, okay, relax a bit, right, okay, don't panic, right, okay, if you make mistakes sometimes, right. Slowly move back again, right. And see the difference from here, from side profiles, from front view, three-quarter view directly. Then you can see we kind of working out. We will get all together back again there, right, okay. So those are the things that the process that we have to go through with it. Anyone want to share some of the works that you have done right now? Anyone want to share? Let me save the files there first. Anyone, guys? Please respond there. Let me call names. Paysan, how is it, Paysan? Silen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paysan, you want to share something that you have work?
I just started.
You just started there, right? How about Silen?
Can you see?
I'd rather not.
Who's this? This is.
Patient.
All right, good. All right. Now there again, you start to develop half of the body there. Okay, good. Try to work with the face there. Slowly there, right? Who is this? Based on the right. Okay, how about Silen there, Silen? Can you share something from there?
I'd rather not.
Why?
Well,
Just share there, okay? If you just draw, if you just model one single shape's also okay there, okay? As long as we can see what are the progress you've been working on right now. How do you guys find the tools here? Is it easy to work? Shilan, how was it? No. Jiqing, Xiao Jiqing. Jiqing, why actually you become a guest, huh?
It's my laptop problem, I think.
Okay. And how is it then?
Sorry?
Is there any problem with the models using your laptop?
I think like for Mac, I cannot download the app, so I use another one.
What app do you use? Can you share with us? You share with us first, because I want to know also your technical kind of issues that we have from the applications. Actually, whether you cannot use ZBrush or Sculpture, or you use another tool there to work.
Just hang on a moment.
Just tell me when you're ready there, right? Just share that, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Share the screen there. What are the things that you've been working on, right? All right. Rotate basically, right? This is what the COVID-19 kind of a character is.
That's
rotate
the app I
using ZBrush there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you rotate them? This one in Facebook, right? Or
Sorry?
you just capture in the Facebook.
Oh no, this is my one. I sent it in here. It's in my the picture.
Okay. Can you
So,
share on the? Can you share basically, okay, on the working files there, your working files?
This one, can see it?
I can see the still images, but no working files there. We can
Oh,
rotate.
hang on a moment.
Okay. Can you rotate them? See what actually you've been working on there.
Sorry?
Can you rotate those images?
I don't think I can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can. That right. Okay. It's quite lagging, is it right, with the laptop?
Yeah, it's a bit laggy.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, because when we use I think the kind of setting for the machine, okay, normally, right, ZBrush, they require, okay, all the 3D application, basically, they require very high kind of processors and also graphic card, okay. Those are the normal that you can. can actually happen, okay, when it comes to the 3D applications there. So that's why the machine has to be prepared. Okay, that's why I also stress to you guys, some of the students might have this kind of situations there, might have this kind of situation that so what we can do, reduce a little bit kind of what we call that. But if you can actually manage to work with the sum of details kind of models, go ahead there. But for the rest of the guys, we have to be fair, but try to minimize. But as long as you can to develop the concept of understanding, to learn and to develop basically the methods of working with the tools, is basically is more than enough there, okay? But learn the process of making it from time to time, make some changes there. But for me, for this kind of model, basically you can actually do another one, okay, to experiment them, okay? But this one, don't delete them, okay, as a part of the progress of working. And by the same times, when you submit your works, other than you need to submit your working files, okay, for us, don't forget to submit also your JPEG kind of files there, okay, or image kind of files there, okay. So that means we can see, for example, like this is basically, let's just say this is finished, but this is not finished yet. I just say I'm using the print screen, for example, and I'm going to one of the easiest way. Okay, I submit one kind of page, and then if I want to rotate front view, okay, then we can actually write, right? Space there, okay, and then you can save there, okay. Or one of the way also you can actually do, I can select this one, then paste, and we have, okay, this is one of the methods to submit basically the works there, right? And then site profiles, like this one, then paste over here, copy and paste, I can close. Sorry, there, right?
So we can't see your screen.
Yeah, oh, sorry, there, right?
Can only see JC's screen.
JC screen there. Oh, JC, that's all right. Okay, sorry. All right, guys. Okay, one of the way basically I can suggest for you guys, okay, when you want to submit your works here, all right, you can actually either save into JPEG files, all right. You go into this one, right, okay, save files. Normally they save into the one single kind of files there. You can actually export the file, or you can actually print the screen there, okay. You can print the screen, okay, or export the files into ZBrush, or this one basically it doesn't works with the submissions there. So what I can actually suggest for you guys, I can print the screen, then I'm going to paste, and I'm going to move over to here there, right? At least we have 3 different positions or 4 different positions there, okay, to work with it. Okay, that's how it goes there, right? So this is how actually you can actually submit the works, okay, according to those kind of what we call that submissions there. You can save the files here into, right, JPEG files. Okay, let's just say this is your assignment. The one there, okay. Test number 1 there, right? We can see your progress of working there, okay, of your developments there. So I want you guys to submit each week, okay, a progressions on your work there. Let's just say this week we have this kind of progressions there, right, okay. So submit for week number 10, for example, okay, week number 10, okay. This is the first kind of submission that you have, all right. So if you have 4 different positions, let's just say I open up new files over here, like this one. So I'm going to select this one there, copy, paste right here. Let's just say if you want to add another kind of what we call that positions, which means back view, or this right kind of back view directly positions. You can paste right here, right? What I can do right now, select this one there first. Copy. Paste. Put it over here. Just to resubmit that, right? Okay. And fill it down there, right? So what I can do, I can actually write using the background back again that you work, right? So submit the works like according to what you can, okay, as your part of your creativity set to work with your files there. With them, we can see the model itself there, okay? So how far you can go from there. Right, guys? Any questions?
Faisal, how do you undo?
Undo Control Z there, right?
Control C direct, huh?
Yeah, Control Z there, okay. Let's just say, right, I'm making mistakes here there, okay? For example,
Yeah.
like this, okay? So what I can do, Control Z, right?
Control.
Let's just say I've done a few kind of number there, okay? What I can do,
Okay.
Control Z there, right, okay?
Yeah.
Works it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I believe they have a minimum kind of what we call that times for us to undo the works directly, not too much.
Yes.
Right? So that means whenever that you guys actually want to work with the process of working, okay, that's why I say, okay, slowly develop that kind of what we call the process of modeling there, okay. So each time when you actually make some changes, okay, what you can do, right? You always can actually, right? Change back again, right? To the positions that you think that, oh, I made the mistakes here, so I want to make some changes back again later on there, okay? Those
Yes.
are the things that can be done there, all right? So always there, okay? Take it slow there, okay? My kind of what we call sometimes what we call that back in the days when I actually have this kind of what we call that playing around with the things that I've learned there, okay, and not take serious too much, okay. I always okay, just do whatever they want and not taking serious on that. And later on, if how I want to do something, okay, suddenly they make some other changes. They hard to make some changes there, right? That's why when we want to start to develop that kind of understanding when it comes to work with this kind of tools, right? Play it safe first, okay, make it slow there to see what are the changes that we can do from there, right? Okay, and then try to go with the flow at the same times, and everything that we do there, okay, try to get some sort of knowledge first, right? Okay, the concept of using that first, right? Okay, because you have to remember one thing, okay, your kind of life not ended only to produce in one model, okay, in the future there might going to be chances for you to work more from here, okay, later on. So that's why take some time there to develop their okay, and also learn from whatever kind of mistakes that you have done here, and you can undo all the time, okay, without making your hands dirty there, okay. When you work with the clay, of course, okay, it's hardly for you to when you make mistakes, okay, you have to do it again, back again, okay, modern back again, okay. You play with some waters there. At the same time, you change it, okay. You have to what we call that control, basically your water kind of usage there, then basically not only your head are going to be a bit tired, and also your physical also going to be tired sometimes, okay, when it comes to modeling with clay, okay, with the traditional kind of clays there. So the difference between this one is only about the mentals, right? Okay, how actually you can actually right focus there when it comes to develop this kind of understanding on the tools itself, okay, and then get it through first, okay, before we're going to work in a different kind of way later on there, right?
Faisal, you ask Kailan to show the work.
Yes, yes.
Kailan, can you show the work, please?
Well, I didn't actually make a hit with a face on it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Can you
But
show what you have done,
I
please?
just made something.
Yeah, can there, okay? Just share that, Kalan, okay? It's okay. Don't worry there, okay? This is the interaction that we want. Because I cannot see whatever that you guys do face to face there, right? Okay. Even though when I share my screen, also you cannot see my face there, right? Okay. So this is one of the way that we want to get something. Don't worry, okay? You do something, whatever that erotic also we actually were quite open there, right? Me and Mr. Ernest okay with
No,
it.
no,
Don't worry there.
no, don't. Okay, never mind.
Just share that, right? Just share that, right? Okay? Develop this confidence from here. Kailan, right? I'm not Sealand there, okay? Sorry, I pronounced your names wrong.
Yeah.
Thailand, right?
Yes.
You share the screen there. See?
Can you see it?
We can't just right now.
Oh,
Okay, I'm stop sharing mine first. Irfan, how is it, Irfan? Lavender?
I made this in my.
Okay, it's like what we call that? One of the helmet. Helmet,
Yeah,
right?
it look like a helmet.
Okay, good there. Okay, good explorations there. It can be there, guys. It's anything that you have in mind there. Okay.
I
Let
haven't
your
used,
yeah,
I haven't
good,
used
right?
it before. It's a bit.
It's okay. It's experiment there, okay? We experiment things here right now, okay? We might never know, okay? In 3 weeks' time or 2 weeks' time, you might going to work with something else there, right? So those are the things that is a very good experiment that we want to see from the students there, right? Okay. So whatever that wild kind of imagination that you have in mind there, right? Okay, just throw away there, put it into those models there. Okay, this is a good kind of examples there also. Okay, experiment there. Okay, that's why I say it doesn't mean that we want to see only a lame kind of faces kind of models only there, right? Okay, guys. Anything that you have in mind that because you guys playing games more than us, video games, video game there, right? So those kind of what we call the influence we want to see also from your creations there. It's okay there, guys, okay? Just explore, expand, sharing there, okay? I don't feel a kind of lose confidence there, shy to show your progress of works there. Thank you there, Kailan. Good works there. But
Sorry.
maybe a little bit kind of not finishing is not good at the moment because maybe this is the first time he's doing that. I believe that he can do more better later on, okay? Maybe he can draw those Mars Rider black, then maybe they'll call Mars Rider kind of what we call that head, then maybe later on, okay? Good try there, good try there, good explorations there.
Thank you.
All right, who else there want to share? Claire? Tung Hui?
I haven't done it.
Oh, haven't, what is it, Claire?
I haven't done it.
Ayan? Come on, Ayan, there, okay? I've seen your good kind of sculptures there, okay, from Mr. Ernest kind of classes. At least we can see some of the new creation from here.
Sure. 1 second.
Okay, thank you. There, right, good. This is the energy that we love to see. What is this, there, right?
I made this like monster thing just to see what I could do with the tools.
All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So whenever that you guys are going to create any kind of monster, as I told you guys before, make sure the proportion there, guys. Okay, the proportions, the alignments, right? Okay, the arrangements of the every single kind of parts of those faces has to be take care of, right? Okay, so those are the things that you can actually do. But if you want to, when you have to get used, when you have get used with the tools, right? Okay, then you start want to plan before you want to model them, not plan inside your head there. You can actually sketch it out first, right? Okay, sketch it out basically your kind of idea developments there, even though it's a rough sketch for you guys to start. And then later on, when it comes to modeling your kind of what we call that characters or faces therapy, you kind of will modify and improvise from there. It's also a part of the process also at the same time. You can do from there, right? Okay? It's about the process you can do from there. Qiao Ji Ching, right? Ji Ching. Ji Ching, right? Okay? Just now you're here or not, right? Thank you, Ayan. Good. Good explorations there.
Thank you, sir.
Ji Ching, just now you're here or not?
Sorry?
Just now you're here there, right?
My laptop
Oh, okay,
black
okay.
off. That's why I use my iPad now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you're using iPad to model there, right?
I'm now using my iPad.
Okay. It worked with the software there, right?
I'll try to have a look on my laptop later on. I don't have
Okay.
the software on my iPad.
All right. Okay. Who is it? There? Chung Hui there, right? Okay. Chung Hui there, okay. Irfan, how is it, Irfan? Chung Hui, have you done anything there? Can we see the progress?
No, I just experiment with the tools. I haven't.
Okay. What are the things that you experiment there? You can share with us. It's okay there, right? Okay.
I just
You share
experiment with the tools.
it's okay. They're going to be some abstract kind of
Yes.
work also can, right?
Last week I didn't save.
Today? Today, have you done anything from there? No? Irfan, how is it, Irfan? You begin. You kind of
I'm beginning. I just started like working with the tools, so I haven't really come up, but I can share it with you later on.
All right, you can share later on, okay? Before we end our class there. Paysan, you have showed it just not right, no, right?
Yeah, I just now showed you already.
Just now you showed it, right? Okay, yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else there want to participate? Lavender, how is it for Lavender? You just showed it just now, right? Is it? No.
I did the heat shape. Wait, I try.
Okay, share the first. Xiaohui, do you actually do any difference from those models? Just now that you showed earlier.
No, I'm actually arranging the pictures for submission.
Okay, good. There, okay.
Speaking of which, where do we submit it?
Okay, wait up again. Normally, you submit in your blog, right?
We don't have a blog.
How is it
blog?
How is it, Ernest, Mr. Ernest?
We
How do you
submit
the work?
with presentation slides.
Oh, with the slide presentations, Okay, I think in that case.
Why don't we just submit in Google and Microsoft Teams?
Yeah, I can also, okay. So that means I can actually write. Wait up.
Do we submit a screenshot or the file itself?
For at the moment, you can actually submit the JPEG files like the image first, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You submit the image files like this first. All right. Put your names, week. Okay, the progress kind of works there, right? Okay. And okay, let me check directly because normally Miss Anis basically have arranged most of my folders there, okay, for the teams there. I kind of new also using this team, but I basically using only for my recording session and also meeting session with my students there. So you guys have to give me some sort of like.
Sir, I'm sending the screen recording to the group because I'm unable to share with the share screen.
Is it? You cannot share the screen there.
Yeah, I screen record it and share it to the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. What's wrong? What happens?
I don't know because last time we have class, I also can't share.
You cannot share over here again.
Yeah, my computer. Later I check.
Okay, wait. Normally the okay, let me share the screen there first for you. Normally they're going to appear right here. Right? Can you see the screen, my screen there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Got a screen sharing over here. They don't appear from here, is it?
Yeah, it keep loading from just now until now.
Okay,
so I just screen record it.
Okay, thank you. Let me check basically, okay, the teams kind of folders over here, they're right. So whether we're kind of actually right is the our design explorations. This is just for so let me check back again how to create those folders right here later on there, guys. Okay, but normally I'm using another platform there, okay, for my students. I'm using my old kind of what we call that classrooms, but this one is my personal kind of emails there. So what basically I can do there, okay, to back up basically some of the student works, other than using the teams there, that I kind quite new there, okay, on using this kind of things there. So what I can do, I can just add another kind of create another classes. Okay, design operations. We're not talking about the videos actually because it might going to be what we call that. Okay. 3D modeling. Right. I'm creating the classroom over here. Then I'm going to invite you guys on the codes there. Right. So I back up the files okay at the same time. Okay. I have, let's just say there's a few things happens okay along the way. I'm still can actually write. Okay, I can invite you guys, let's just say Mr. Ernest. For examples. So I have the emails. Let's invite Mr. Ernest over here. Then I can actually invite you guys also at the same time there, okay? So this is the code. And I can actually give you guys the code, and all 12 of you guys can get into those Google Classrooms. And for the classwork, basically, I can create, all right, avoid the assignments books, okay, the week 10, and our first modelings progress. You can see how far you can go from there, what basically the changes that you have made from your models there, right? And you can put the folders over there, okay? And create, right? This kind of what we call that folder. Each time we actually do some of the major changes there on our models there. And if I see a very good progress for next week, for example, there, okay, even though I say, okay, you submit only one there, okay, good. Or if I think most of you guys, all of you guys, okay, 90% of you guys from that 12 students can go further from there, then we can actually can discuss a bit, okay, how about guys, can we play around, we do something else there? It might be. I love to improvise a bit. Why? Because this is a new thing for you guys there, okay? Sometimes some students might say, oh, I can do more better than this one there, okay? Why can't I just make more? Because, hey, tell me there, okay? No one don't want to get A there, right? Okay? Plus for the subject there, right? So that means I want to encourage you guys to do that because for your marks there and also for your knowledge experience from at the same times. So even though we state, okay, we just draw one faces, okay, for this semester, okay, for this kind of 3 weeks, okay, because I want to give more extra time for some of students who actually have a weakness, slow kind of studies there, can develop more kind of understanding from there, right? But if I give, okay, everyone has to draw two perfect models, okay, some people will get stressed, okay, I don't want to, this kind of happens there, okay, because this is new tool for you guys there. So that means we take a look right back again, how far you guys can go from there. That's why every single week we want to see those progress, okay, on the submissions there. What you guys have been working on there, okay, from there. So week 14, basically the final submissions there, okay. So whatever that you've been working on in these 3 weeks times, they are going to be concluded in this week 13, right, okay. And I would say week 14 there, okay. Combined together, okay, for final submissions there, right. I'm going to add a bit kind of details there later on, just to give some sort of very short kind of reminder or brief there, okay, for you guys to have the direction from there. All right, guys? So, right, Teresa here, 11 is here, okay? Thank you very much there for participating directly. So this is basically what we call that our mechanisms to keep track on your work other than we use team there, okay? I always, please don't actually get me wrong, okay? I'm actually have to be what we call that truthful for you guys, okay? Because Teams is very quite new for me, though, okay? I'm not saying that it's bad, okay, but maybe it's my bad, basically, okay? But I love to work very simply, more simple as I can, okay, for the platform. But sometimes, yes, the online kind of situations need us to learn all these kind of new things, especially on the administration stuff, okay? But I don't blame them because this is basically, we have to follow basically the structures there, right? So it kind of new for me, right? Okay? I try to adapt a few things, okay, in my own pace there, okay, in my pace there, okay? And whatever they can adapt, I will follow them. But what actually I can improvise, I will try to improvise from time to time there, okay? Because we need to save basically by the end of the day, we have to save our works, okay, in any kind of platform that we can, okay. If you're relying on one platform sometimes, let's just say some other thing get corrupted, for example, like you working with your files right now, okay, you're working with your files right now, there, right? Suddenly, okay, when you work, the file corrupted, there, right? You forgot to save, but you have the old file basically with you, right? You have the old file basically with you there, right? So what you can do to prove that you actually been to do the work, okay? You can download the file back again. 4 examples there. So always backup your files while you're actually doing the works, right? Okay, because we work with the digital technology, digital kind of format, okay? Sometimes it's hard for us to prove. My kind of way, I do recordings, I upload my YouTube there to prove that we actually have done the works, and I also want to interact with you guys, save the files, use WhatsApp, okay? Do whatever that we can there to save our what we call that way of what we call the working there, okay? So this is your works there, okay? Yeah. Good try, okay, for the first time that you work there. Right, slowly to a video cut. This one, okay, maybe quite what we call that off a little bit on the mesh there. Okay, you can make it smooth later on, okay? Work with it. Okay, let me close this one first. Suddenly my kind of cursor also become a bit kind of crazy. Right. All right, guys. Okay, please participate there. Okay, you all have the code there, right? So save the files, okay, in between the folders, okay, inside those folders there, okay. That's how it works there, right? We have week 10, week 11, 12, 13, and 14 at the same time. So normally with week 13s, hopefully you guys have submit all the works so we can do the marks directly. Because I have also to challenge myself to work with this kind of this citrix kind of systems there, right? Okay, the marking system that I want to delay those kind of marking kind of progress, okay, because yeah, I also have some challenges from there, okay. So not only you guys have doing the assignments, we also, okay, me and Mr. Adams also have that kind of challenges also, okay, that this is normal, okay, for our work there, but we can manage that to work with that. So enjoy this kind of process of working at the same time, guys. All right. So for those using this, what we call that ZBrush, okay, try to play along with it, right? Give you time, okay, to develop that kind of understanding here, right? What I want to draw right now, right? It's a Hellboy, maybe, right? So all these kind of things, okay, it's very fun for you to explore there, okay? So if you have your own kind of objective, why actually you want to learn a creative kind of media, for example, there, okay? There's a lot of fun kind of things that actually you guys can actually explore, okay, on your creative kind of journeys there, okay, at the same time there, right, to work. It's quite interesting, okay. So take advantage, guys, okay, whatever you guys learn right now, all right, okay, use it as a part of the advantage for you guys to expand your kind of creativities here. So your kind of journey basically, right, okay, are going to be kind of interesting there, okay, to proceed in the world there. Then even though maybe you might not going to be a purely kind of models there, okay, or you say that like a 3D modeling kind of things there, okay, you're not going to become a 3D modeler there, okay, but at least the knowledge that you bring from the experience that you have, okay, learning basically, okay, will help you to, normally we're going to what we call that, will help you to manage basically your team back again in the future there. So those are the things, okay, that you have to bear in mind basically, okay, when you come to build up your careers in the futures there, right? It doesn't mean that everyone can become a 3D modelers there, okay, or animators there, okay, or illustrators there, but of course, this basically kind of experience there, it will bring back again to your own kind of thing that you want to do in your careers later on, right? Everything that you guys been working on is worth it there, guys. Don't say, okay, oh, I learned something right here, but I didn't apply in my works, okay? Even though you didn't apply, they will come back again to you later on, okay? You're going to do something for your works, okay, for your projects or whatever the things that you have in mind, okay? But at least you have that kind of knowledge there, okay? And to get to understand, okay? And of course, some of the For example, you have the workers directly. I had this kind of experience before. Even though basically I'm working more into the productions, like the pre-productions kind of works. Okay, I design a lot of things for the 3D peoples there. Okay, but the knowledge that I have previously when I'm working with the 3D kind of models there. Okay, it will help for me to give some opinion with my kind of modelers there, my kind of people there. Okay, so they say, okay, can you actually do this kind of thing? When they say can't, why actually? Right, I will ask back again the question why. Basically, I saw that actually we can actually build up this kind of things there to model them back again. In terms of whether you want to do it or not, there. Okay, it's so better or that it's a matter of that only. Okay, whether you actually really want to work with that kind of things or not. Okay, in order to achieve our main objective is get the right kind of things done in the right way directly according to your plan, right? It doesn't mean that, okay, let's just say you're not actually, you manage the projects there basically directly. It doesn't mean that you have to model the whole thing for your project that you have to hire someone else later on to work with it, okay? So what you can do, you have that kind of knowledge that people cannot actually cheat on you directly. You know we can do that, okay? We pay them to work on that, right? So that means they can achieve those kind of things, okay? Because that's why we actually hire people there to make the jobs done, okay? But we give the ideas from them. We can actually consult with them, okay? With them, okay? I want to you create this kind of thing, for example, okay? These characters are going to be look a bit more like this. This is the way that I designed, okay? Can you improvise from there at the same time, okay? All this kind of social communication kind of skill there, right? It will actually give you more advantages in the future. Okay, when it comes to develop your kind of works. Okay, so learn from time to time there, right? Okay, it's all worth it. Okay, but imaginations will play a lot of big role from here. So I'm using basically the slowly work on that. Okay, don't too rush there. Right? Okay, if you guys your first attempt, right? Okay, give yourself a time there to work on that. What I've done basically, okay, the moment that I actually learned previously, okay, when I was like you guys, I kind of like, just like your friend said, okay, she spent 5 hours. I don't know whether she's actually skip her dinner or her lunch or not, okay, when she tried to work on that or during eating his Maggie, maybe, right, okay, or noodles there, he doing this practice also do the works. It's that kind of joy man that we actually have that kind of feelings normally, okay, we cannot actually describe that, okay. People cannot actually, right, people who doesn't have that kind of experience. You ask Mr. Ernest also the same thing, right, okay, when he actually maybe he designed his kind of first kind of sculptures or drawings or painting before, okay, the joy that we have when we actually complete those work or process of working, right, okay, no one can describe that, okay, this kind of joy of moment there, okay, satisfaction that we have from there. Same goes to me, okay, if I'm not actually interested to explore with you guys all these kind of tools, okay, enjoyment, okay, I won't be able to develop this kind of structures there right now, this kind of models here, right? So that kind of feelings that when even though people sometimes have the high expectations, okay, or we actually have that kind of high expectations, okay, for ourselves, okay, but no one actually can describe the feeling that we have, okay, and we actually achieve from what we have learned there, right? Okay? That kind of things, no one actually can actually buy us directly. So enjoy the process there, guys. That's work. So normally right now in using the ZBrush, I'm kind of what we call that use a lot of what we call that, the move tools, and polish a little bit there, all right, okay, for my models there, okay. And I kind of use back again the move tools, create like a big kind of my kind of what we call that, just like in my models there, okay, at the same time. Yeah, okay. So whatever they have in mind, even though okay, normally okay, you need basically to draw something. Okay, right now we try to challenge ourselves to draw by using our own kind of mind there. Okay, we're drawing in our mind there. Okay, we try to imagine something according to the tools that we have used right now that works. Right? Try to imitate right the familiar characters, but we not actually force ourselves there first to follow exactly what we have in mind there. Okay, let's just say I try to draw at the earliest stage, right? Just now, okay, I try to do Hellboy, but I try to kind to create my own kind of characters there, all monsters at the same time. Like using the tool that I have and the knowledge that we can bring together, right, to create the form of it there, okay? I change the size. Right? And then start to work a bit more. Okay, work on it. Don't forget to save the files there back. This is the one that's not all right. Save the files. Right, move. Okay, this is the move tools. All right. This one you click there, okay? You click to the zoom 3D tools there, right? You cannot use basically the scroll tools, but you can use this is the rotate tools. Other than this rotate tools, zoom tool for zoom in and zoom out there, right? So the next thing that I can do, share the screen, print screen there, right? And paste. Oops, sorry there, right? I can save, okay, let me check, okay, whether we can save here in other kind of what we call that. We can save in PNG there. PNG, I believe they're going to be hit 01. ZBrush, save as PNG there first. So ZBrush had different kind of what we call that. One, what happens here? The file quite be smaller there, right? Let me check. Kind of smaller, 5 to 5 inch there. So the PNG doesn't work well here. What I'm trying to do right now, I'm going to select this area there first. I think because we're using basically the demo version there, right? We'll open up new files and we scale. Put it over here. I'm going to use black backgrounds to be more exclusive there, right? Or either we can use the old methods there, okay? I'm going to, can I print screen? Is here? Yeah, can there, right? More better there, right? Copy this one, close, paste. Yeah, right. Move over to this side. Right, screen sharing, print screen. select them, cut and paste there. So I can delete that. So what I can do here, the backgrounds, I'm going to use the same color of the background there. Right? If I'm using, okay, Photoshop, we have the selections area tools, quick selections here. Right. I can use lasso tools there, sorry, there, right. We have the magic wand kind of tools there. Use that. Okay. Quick selection tools is more better there, right?
Are you removing the background?
Yeah, I'm trying removing the background there, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, removing the background there, right? Okay. Just because I want to.
Do we have to remove the background? Can't we just leave it as the dark gray?
Up to you, Dorothy. I just want to leave the background because I want to make a bit more presentable there for this kind of selections over here. All right. Okay, you can actually submit also like this one there. Okay, if you use ZBrush there. Okay, if you use ZBrush, you can see there. Okay, the models there. Okay, what you have done from here. Okay, you understand the right? Okay, how actually going to be work for this side profiles. So submit the works according to the methods that I show you guys right now. Okay. And I can print there. Maybe because okay. Get this print
So is
screen.
it okay if I put the pictures in the slide?
Yeah, can okay. You can put in slide also the center.
Okay.
If you
Thank you.
want to create some slide and you want to create some of the notes, so say also
Yeah,
can
I
be
was
done.
planning to write some stuff about it.
Because slide also can help also for you to present in the futures, okay, for your kind of works, okay, for other people also at the same time there, okay. I kind of use this kind of methods because it's a very single kind of images there that we can use. It can be applied also, okay. Give some of the sample of what you have done there, okay, for the works there. Okay, there. You guys don't forget to put your names there. You just put your names. For example, like this one. Okay, you can put also your code or your what we call that ID kind of numbers there, right? Okay, at the same time there, right? Okay, to work with. One of the best way. Okay, Rick Chan, right? The name, your names, okay, progressions there, okay. Press 8 models there. Okay, guys. You don't have to use a fancy kind of typeface, like I don't have that, right? Okay. This is very simple kind of bold typeface, okay, to work with it. I'm using areas, depending right how it's going to work in that. Okay. Going to give a bit kind of like design operations there. right? It can be there, right? Okay, the subject name there, right? This one I save it to JPEG. Save. So I'm going to share also in our Google Classrooms to give you guys some examples there, okay, how it works there. You can, right? Model samples there, right? You guys actually have some ideas, okay, how it's going to be works, or you want to work with slides, go ahead there, guys. We have one, we have two. Right, just post them back. Okay. Any questions as well, guys, so far? No? Fang, how's it there? You guys not fall asleep, right? Hopefully you guys doesn't fall asleep directly because of the evenings kind of sessions there. Right, evenings kind of sessions there, right? All right, guys, okay. If you don't have any questions there, okay, so I leave you guys there here for the moments, right, to explore a bit more from here. Hopefully you enjoy basically learning this new experience, all right? And of course, don't ask the same questions, basically, okay? Remember, okay, we only have one assignment there to model a faces there, right, okay? But if you think that you want to do more than one, go ahead, okay? But whatever that you have produced today there, okay? Right? Please submit also as a part of your progression for week 10. Okay, in every week we have, if you have more than one modules, okay, because one of the main criteria that I always look, I think Mr. Ernest also the same thing, even though we have the rubric for the submission there, okay, if the student give more kind of interest to submit the works more than what we actually suggested, right, okay, or stated there, right, okay, there will be some advantage for you guys to increase the mark from there. But don't do a chinchai for a very, very, what we call that, very slacking kind of works, lah, right? Okay, there has a value from there also, but it will show where, okay, the quality of your work, it will show the efforts that you can see from the visual itself. Okay, we can see that student try hard enough that works on that, right? And whatever that we comment, we give the comment, for example, like Ayan just now about the proportion there, right? Okay, please take notes from there. Even though we don't write it down, okay, the note, the comment there, okay, please take notes, okay, because the video also record that, right? So try to improve, okay, the proportions when you draw. Even though you want to draw, basically, for me, okay, I'm using a very standard kind of formation on the what we call the head itself there, because I want to give you guys some example, the right kind of example to understand about the alignment and proportion on the fundamental kind of developing the head there, okay? But even to exaggerate, for example, okay, any kind of characters or monster there, okay, please aware on the proportion itself, okay? Please aware on the proportion itself, okay? Those are the very common kind of mistake that a lot of people do. They don't aware that, okay, but they feel when they actually modeling or do some of the characters, okay, even though in 2D, okay, they don't actually really realize about the alignment there, right? Okay, about the proportion itself, okay? Not only physical, but the head structures, every single kind of object in this world have this kind of proportions there, okay? To make the whole kind of characters become balanced, even though we use a very stylized kind of character design or very unique kind of character design, okay? Any kind of character that you see in this world, there has a balance there. Is a disability kind of characters lah, or disability kind of human being lah, okay? Yeah, that's why Kanati is a very special case there, okay? But purposely we done those kind of characters doesn't want to look disabled, for example, like, or maybe like not quite balanced, okay, there has to be kind of reason why, right? Why basically suddenly you choose that kind of proportions there, okay? There has to become into the personalities later on when we come to grow into the character developments directly for certain kind of project like animations or comics or movie directly. When you want to create some casting for your actors directly for your story directly, all the criteria that you saw from your actors, for example, that related to the cast, to the characters directly, that they want to role and play directly, there has to become a reason why the appearance, that the visual appearance will affected their personalities and affected also the way they walk, the way they actually interact, okay, the sounds, everything has to be in that kind of families there of value of creating those kind of design kind of principles at the same time. Okay, so but even though this is quite new for you guys, okay, I I believe some of you guys might not going to be understand what I'm talking about, okay? But I just want to spread it out. We actually not designing only a models there. Whatever that you create right now, even though human being, is a part of the character design development. But the only thing that we don't go through, we not actually try to draw from the 2D first and then we develop into 3D there because we want to learn the tools there first. We want to play with the tools there first there, right? That's basically our main objective there. Later on, that's why okay, this is a lifelong learning there, guys. They're not going to stop only week 14 there, okay? Unless basically you're not going to be in this world there, okay? After week 14, okay? Hopefully no, right? Okay, just playing around there. But make sure that okay, whatever that you guys learn from there, from here, basically are going to be a part of your first journey directly to explore and expand your creative kind of worlds in the future there, right? Those are the things there. I really fun to work with it, right? I really have fun to work with this kind of what we call that application and subject, okay? When I actually write my kind of what we call that mic directly, actually, especially my supervisors there, right? Our supervisor, okay, who actually suggest me to take this kind of subjects, okay. I'm quite worried also, okay, because it's not a new thing for me, but I haven't actually modeled the characters quite some time there. I I'm start to work with my illustration, character design. Most of the works that I've my kind of weapon and ground works basically is more pre-productions and planning those kind of design there, okay? And I let other people to model for me there. But all this kind of experience that I have gained before modeling with the 3D Max, Lightwave, Maya basically, helped me to develop more kind of understanding using this kind of tools there. But when I actually look back again, I have to narrow down a little bit there to give more chances for the new kind of people to explore a bit more from there. I don't want to harsh a little bit, push a little bit more because this is new thing. Because I get that kind of experience also before this. When I learn these 3D models, right, okay, before I have to find some people to teach me. There is no tutorials there. The Bible is quite thick there, right, okay? The book of Bible for those learning tutorials is quite big, okay? I don't like to read all this kind of thick kind of tutorial books there, okay? Nowadays it's different there, right? It's totally different, okay? Everything's quite quick and fast, okay? But depending on the level of understanding of individuals there at the same time. That's why I say explore them because I don't want you guys, each one of you guys feel a little bit kind of low, kind of what we call that confidence there. Everyone have their own unique, but you have to spend time from there. You have to spend more time to develop that kind of understanding using the tools there, okay? So be patient, right? Use your friend. One of the reason I want some of your friends participate to show the development of the works is a part of the motivations there, guys. Motivations there, okay? For you to do more better for yourself, not to become like your friend or anyone else or me there, okay? But give some sort of motivation, inspiration for you to move back, okay? Okay, this guy do it like this. I want to do a little bit more better, but different kind of way there. Like what we call it, uh, Wagin Raki, not Ceylon Raki. She Thailand Raki, Thailand just not Raki. Suddenly she draw something from those, what we call that, one of the game there, Halo, maybe there, okay? Halo kind of game, maybe there, okay? Those kind of helmets there. It kind of difference there. Like Ayan just now design the characters, okay? Those kind of monster character, like, right? For example, there, like Xiao Hui, suddenly, right? He explored drawing this kind of portrait of those faces, right? I don't know whether it's resembling herself. I don't know, right? Okay, because I haven't met you guys there, right? Okay, so all of us basically have the unique kind of understanding to express yourself, to develop using these tools there. So look close to you what you like to do. Like I think Hashir or maybe Faison, I can't remember directly, which he draw the women with the long hair directly. That came maybe close to you directly, maybe direct. So do something that close to you that can develop that kind of models there. So if you look at my kind of models, basically, I always try to explore myself, but into different kind of form there, okay? Either women, ladies, men, or monsters, okay? That have that kind of basic feature of me. So easy for me to explore, to expand, to develop kind of understanding back again. Even though I have a lot of things in mind that I want to explore, but at the times we do working with time to time, okay? We give ourselves some chances there to develop the flows of understanding that first. All right, guys? So anything else there before we dismiss?
I have a question for the final project.
Yeah.
So we're just making a face, right? Not a
Yeah.
human figure as well?
You want to create a human figure? Go ahead.
Because it says in the brief.
Yes. But for me, okay, it's depending, okay, because we have to go with the flow with your friend also at the same time, okay. But as I say, if you want to explore from there, okay, to explore the human figures, go ahead there, guys. Because I want to check whether next week's most of you guys were ready to work with the human kind of models, or we can actually create some human kind of models, like a monster kind of what we call that figures there at the same time, okay. So depending on how progressed you are, okay, those are the things there, right? So I say we can improvise things there, okay, whatever that we want to create to evaluate and to give more kind of increasement on the marks itself for the student itself, okay. So we can actually work on that back again if you want to. But of course, I want to see how far you can actually do and show the progress, each one of you guys there, okay? Each one of you, because we only have 12 people there in our class, right? So that means we can actually focus on the development for each one of you guys. If we have around, like I have around IDN classes around 100 over directly, it's quite hard directly to nurture or to focus each one of you guys there. But as long as you guys been participate, it's good there, right? Okay, shall we? Am I answer your questions?
Yeah.
Or if you not actually agreed, yes, I want to draw figures, right? I want to model figures. Yes, you can, right? Okay, there's no restriction there. Okay, maybe you can get some advantage from there. Okay, this is one of the spirit that I want you guys also develop. Also, guys, don't feel bad about it there. Okay, say, oh, she can do it. No, everyone can do the same. It's a matter of how as we can focus your time to work with it. Okay, guys. Anything else? Anyone else there? Thank you, Xiaohui, right, for the questions. Anyone else there? You guys cannot show your face over here, right? Or you can show your face there, right?
Come
Open
on
up
to
your
the screen,
camera.
please.
Open
Everyone,
the screen.
come on to the video for short while
Run
before
right
we
the
dismiss
video
the
there, right?
class.
Don't let me and Mr. Ernest again feel so bad about ourselves there. Come on, guys. Open up your video.
My webcam is a bit screwed right now, so can you wait for a moment?
Yeah, can okay. Like, how about the rest of you guys there? Can we see your face? Come on, guys. What happened there, Silan? Talon.
Well, my webcam doesn't work, so
Okay,
I
it's
use
okay,
my
it's
phone.
okay. Don't break it out there, okay? How about the rest of you guys? Please open up your videos there so I can see your face.
Ayam.
Come on, guys. All right. Don't be shy there, okay? By hook or by crook, maybe in the future you might going to see us also, okay? Face to face. Hopefully there. Come on, guys.
Do you have any question, anyone, before we, Mr. Faisal, dismiss the class?
Yes. Any questions there? No?
No? So anyway, Mr. Faisal, thank you very much for today's Friday class. We will wait for your next link next week.
All right.
And you guys have done a very nice job since last week, just coming in with a new kind of off your microphone. Just on your video and off your microphone. I think all of you have done quite good job since last week introducing the new software, and some of you have played around really nicely. So I think Mr. Faisal from now on can take you on towards the end of the semester and just develop your assignments accordingly. Okay?
Okay.
Keep in touch. Always keep in touch. Any question, please post it into the group so Mr. Faisal or myself can revert back to you. If you want to go ahead with the body, as usual, you need to have all the views and try to understand the torso, the chest, the pelvis, and the limbs. It's very important, and the proportion in relation to the head. Okay, don't draw a small body and big head and vice versa. So have a nice proportion.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Unless you want to create a very super deformed cartoon version, yes, but you have to get some of the directions from there also. There has to be balance also at the same time, right? Okay.
Exaggerate, any hero.
Superhero exaggerations is okay, okay. So guys, thank you very much there. Okay.
Thank you. See you guys. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ennis, okay. At the same time, okay, nice meeting you guys. Okay.
Bye bye.
All the best. Okay,
bye, guys.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, take care of yourself there, guys.